Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name's Jade, and this is How To App on iOS. And today, we're going to be very briefly, because it was very brief, talking about the Apple event. And then we're going to jump on into LumaFusion and finish my utensils video finally. But first, as always, we're going to kick off with a song from somebody in our community. This is the latest single by Eddie Goldsby and Auntie G. Oh, yeah! Goldsby and Auntie G, Seashell Wall. Let's stop it right there so it doesn't keep playing because... Oh, hello! Hey, hope you're doing well. Hey, if you look closely, watch this. If I pull this down here, and do you see it? Do you see it? If I go to Andy Goldsby, look at this, look closely. Oh, There's a new song. Look, there's a new song. Look, you didn't hear it from me. Keep it on the down low. He's released a new single. Just keep it quiet, though, because I know he's trying to keep it quiet, but there you go. Anyway, hey, I hope you're all doing well. If you're watching over on Facebook, welcome to you. You can always join us over here at the YouTube at youtube.com/JadeStarr, or you can head over to the Twitch at twitch.tv/howtoapp on iOS, or the website at howtoapponIOS.com, and you can watch the show daily in the browser. And you know, that song that was just played there was mastered by me, like many people's music, it seems, these days. And you can head over to the Patreon and become a Patreon at patreon.com/JadeStarr. And every weekend, from as little as $1 a month, I'll master your songs each weekend on the Patreon show. Hello to folks here. It's a bit early today. I'm doing an hour early because Pete Johns refuses to move his clocks forward and get in line with the rest of the world. So he's doing his show at my time. But that'll get sorted again. That won't happen again. Will it, Pete? Oh, my, you little... Yeah. Oh, yeah, look at this. Check this. It doesn't work very good, but look. I've got an FMC shirt. Oh, it doesn't work with the green screen. I've got a FMC community colostomy bag shirt, which arrived yesterday. Let's say hello to folks who are in the chat. I should have thought about that with the green screen, shouldn't I? Not put green in the album cover. Hello to Mark Bro. Good to see you, my friend. Hello to Thomas Christ. Hello. Thank you very much for the kind super chat. I will buy a MacBook Pro right now. You wait, we're going to jump in and have a look at the prices here. And there's Pete right now. All right. Bear, hello to you, my friend Bear. I'm quick with the sound effects today. Hello, Joe Glenn. Hello, Pete Johns. Hello, Kim Harden Hudson. Hello, hello, hello. Let's talk about the Apple thing, because was it underwhelming? It absolutely was. Possibly the most single underwhelming event I've ever seen from Apple. And you know what? That's all right. Not everyone has to be a zinger, you know? But we'll jump in. We'll talk about it, because I watched it live, and we had a little listening party over on Clubhouse. And I'll tell you what was the worst thing about the whole event. The way they started off showing a dude sitting in a studio with Logic open and a whole lot of instruments around him and making music. And they started off by Tim Cook saying, "We're going to talk about music." And I swear to God, I nearly jumped out of my bed and punched the air so high. And guess what? It was all absolute bullshit. Nothing. They talked about a bunch of headphones, a fucking iPod thing, and absolutely fuck all, and a weird voice plan. And that was it. Wow. So nothing for people making music. But, you know, hey, I just wish they hadn't have tried this swerve at the start. It was really cheap, I thought. Really cheap. Talking about music, showing somebody with Logic Pro sitting there, tapping away, going, you know, making music. And I thought, oh my God, this is cool. They're actually going to talk about music. And they gave us absolute nothing but... Do I have it? Crickets. Nothing. Crickets, I tell you. You know what I say to crickets? Crickets can... go down the toilet. Alrighty, so let's jump in and have a look at this thing. Before we do anything like that, let's talk about some price drops. I've given away the lead. What am I doing? Go back. Go back to the start. There we go. Let's talk about some apps, because there's some cool apps that have price dropped. Frames has dropped from $14.99 to $9.99, and MIDI Strummer by 4 Pockets down from $7.99 to $5.99. Really cool. Music consumption, absolutely, Pete. Total music consumption. All right, so let's have a talk about this event, or this 1 hour ramble, because that's pretty much all it was. And I'm not taking anything away from these MacBook Pros. They're awesome. And these chips, they're awesome. Do they cost more than a car? Yes. That's the thing. But all right, let's talk about the price before anything. I know a lot of people are going to be crying about the price and stuff, but hey, if you want a fucking real studio, a real music studio in your fucking house, it's a small price to pay, isn't it? $3,000. If you think about it. Think about these people who own recording studios and video editing studios and have these, have overheads for studio space, for all this hardware and stuff. A lot of thousands of fucking dollars. So to actually own a MacBook Pro with an M, what was it? An M Pro, M1 Pro, an M1 Max in it. Very small price to pay, even in Australia, which is about $6,000 for a fucking $6,000. But still, very small price to pay. For all of us, there was never going to be a Mini. There never was going to be a Mini. You know why they don't need to update everything so quickly? Because at the end of the day, the current Mac lineup far superior than any PC on the market. Intel are so far behind, Apple could not release another upgrade to the M1 for another 2 years and they'll still be ahead of Intel. It really doesn't matter. They are so far ahead. Intel are in the dust, man. So let's talk about it. Let's have a look. So there's 2 MacBooks. That's pretty much all we got. And there they are. They look nice. And you know what was one of the features, which was pretty exciting? They said, we're going to add ports. What? You're going to add ports? What? Jesus Christ. They added ports, man. There's, 3 Thunderbolts, 1 HDMI, and a headphone jack. They added ports. What the hell? One more time. Holy shit. Crazy stuff. Let's look at this thing. Let's look at the prices. I'm on the US store right now. This is the US store. So here we are. 2 Macs. 2 different chips. So you've got a Pro and you have a Pro Max. These are the 14-inch Macs. They come with a Pro. 8-core CPU, 10-core, 14-core GPU, 16-core GPU, 16 gig. Now, the one thing we have to talk about, the elephant in the room. This time, at least they admitted 16 gig of unified memory, not just 16 gig of memory. So, what is unified memory? Unified memory is a system on a chip that spreads its 16 gigabytes throughout the system to manage what's actually happening. So you're not actually getting 16 gigs all at one time. It's spread out through what it's micromanaging, yeah? Still incredibly powerful. Why? Because there's so much on the chip that's amazing. So it looks like all of the new Macs have the 3 Thunderbolts. All of them have a HDMI port. And I forgot this, look, an SD card slot. What the fuck? They added ports. That is ridiculous. It's ridiculous, man. So there you go. Here is the base models for the 14-inch. $2,000 and $2,499. But you see that? Don't be eluded when you click on one of these. So this base model here, there's still extra to add on here. So you can actually upgrade all of these with. You can upgrade them to a 14 core, a 16 core. You can upgrade to a 24 core or 32 core. And then the price starts to actually go up a little bit. You can add up to 32 gig. Let's max it out. Let's go 32 core and the 14. Let's give it, look at this. You can even go up to 8 terabytes. $2,400 for 8 terabytes. Add that on. Remember, this is only a 14-inch MacBook Pro. $5,499. It sounds like a lot of money, but as I said in the beginning, keep it real. This is the power of a fucking full video studio, a recording studio in your hands. Absolutely incredible. Miles above everything else that's on the market. Is it affordable to you and me right now? I don't think so. But that's okay, you know? That's okay. You never know. You might win the lotto. Let's look at the 16-inch one. So the 16-inch one has a little bit more options. So it has the same M1 Pro's offerings with the chips, but there's also this extra one here, which is the M1 Max. And look at the base model for this. 1 terabyte, $3,499. Let's max it out and then we'll move on because I don't want to spend too much time on this. What's the point? You can add up to 64 gig of unified memory. Let's max it out with 8 terabytes of SSD. $6,099 dues, man. 6,000. Look at that shit. And hey, you add Logic Pro on top of that, and then you add Final Cut, and you're looking at a lot more. That's it. But if you live in the US or you live in the UK, that's not too bad. Just to give you a little bit of insight of what life's like in Australia, this is the Australian price. Let's quickly go through. Let's look at the most expensive one, and we'll max it out. Are you ready? Because Australia sucks, man. Apple do love your money. And you know what? Oh, I'm fine with that. Apple have a lot of my money. And at the end of the day, I like Apple products. I think they're really cool. Look at this, Is the Apple website crashed in Australia? What's going on here? Why am I not getting the Apple? It was here before. Apple.com.au. What's happening here? There we go. Let's have a look at these. Max order. Wow, that page has got incredibly slow. This wasn't happening. Oh, yeah, here we go. So 16-inch. Let's do it. The Australian price. The M1 unified memory, 64 gig. Let's do this one. 16-inch. Let's bang it through. Far out. Man, Apple's Australia website has gone down big time. Look how slow it is. It's definitely not my internet because I'm streaming without any dropouts. Hey, Guzzo of Oz. Hey, Alex Forge. Don't think I've missed anyone else yet. All right, so here we are. Here's the Australian one. 5,000. This is before anything else. Hang on. Whoa. 6,000. All right, so let's add the 64 gig. Let's add 8 terabyte. $9,000 here in Australia, man. $9,000. You know what? I have a Mac Mini, and I'm really happy with my Mac Mini at the moment. So, hey, if this is what you want, fill your boots, man. Go for it. It's a killer machine. There's no denying it. This machine is the fucking bee's knees for creation right now, and it will be for at least until next year when they update it. There's no denying that. It's an amazing machine. Is it any of your price range right now? Probably not. But that's cool too. Not every event has to be overwhelming. That's life. So there you go. I don't want to spend too much time on it. We've already spent way too much, I think. I'm going to jump in now and I'm going to finish today's video clip in LumaFusion because this has been going on a little while and I've got to wrap this up. So we're going to open up this LumaFusion project today. And Pete's doing a full breakdown of this straight after this show. So head over to Studio Live today. And Pete will give us an hour of his insight on this and break it all down for us and let us know exactly what I just said. It's a lot of money. Good times. So here we are back in LumaFusion. Here is the finished product. I need to change a few things in here, and we're going to do this straight away. We're going to jump in, and there's a few clips I need to move around, which I wasn't happy with. Let me find them. I think it was... I can't remember. Here it is. So let's do this. One of these clips here, this one, I didn't like the way it faded in there. I didn't like that. I want it to just come straight in. So what I'm going to do is take this clip and we're going to, oops, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to trim this back a bit and we're going to move this and then I'm going to drag this back. So this should, let's have a look. So if you've been watching these shows, I've been working on this clip for quite a few weeks. And we're wrapping it up now. So I'm going to need to do the same thing for this one. We're just going to go in and pull this back a bit. and then move it, because it's got a little fade in at the start and it just doesn't work properly. So now we'll zoom in and we'll have a look at what it looks like. Much better. Cool, but what we're going to do is just zoom in, and I want to try and match these flags so they're kind of close together, so it's as seamless as I can get. That's not too bad. It's not too bad. So there it is waving. Yeah, the clouds move a little bit, but I don't think it's too bad. It's probably not going to be too noticeable. You know what? I don't care. So let's have a look back, because I remember when I watched it back last time, there was something I wanted to change. So we'll have a watch through it. Then I'm going to organize the writing at the start, the name of the song, and then the little end title as well. So I'm going to do that. And then we're going to export it, put it into another app, add some effects to it, and then bring it back in and bring it home. And then I'm going to finish it all up and probably release it today on YouTube. So we'll have a look at the whole thing. So kick back, enjoy. This is the Utensils video clip so far, and I'll see you shortly. I think I'm pretty good with this. There's probably only one thing, two little things I want to change. And now we're good. Alrighty, we can come back here. So I'm pretty happy with it. All good. I think we're all happening. Let's pause this motherfucker. And I'm going to remove a whole bunch of this stuff. See, these are all the clips that I didn't use. So we're going to just jump in here, zoom out, and I'm going to hit the select button to select all these stuff that I don't need anymore. And we're just going to drag over all of this. I think it's all the way to there. And we can just bin all of this. Goodbye. We are done. Did I do the right thing? I've left one clip there. So we can go in and remove this one. And that's the whole clip. So let's just go in and fix these couple of little things. And then I'm going to show you hopefully something really cool. So this one here, I'm not really happy with the coloring of it. I want it to be a bit more vibrant. So we're going to go into here and see if we can add some more contrast. That's going to be a bit better. I just want it to match up a little bit with the contrast. It's still a little bit weird. Let's see what I can do with this to maybe take it. Maybe wash it out a little bit more. Take some of the vibrance out. You see, that's a little bit better. And a little bit more. What have we got? So we can go in here and we can add some reds to this. Probably a bit too much. See, we can darken that a little bit. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah, see, that's much better, I think. Probably just a little bit of light in there now. So we're in the color and effects section here, and I'm just messing with this color palette. We'll give it a little bit of brightness, a little bit more contrast, tiny bits. Yeah, see, I like that. Let's have a look at it rolling together. Hey Russ, hey Adam, hey Jim Shannon on sounds. I hope you're all doing well. Sweet, I think that's going to be enough. And the only other thing I wanted to change was that stupid skull. That skull, this thing here. So I probably want to keep it, but I want to take it down a little bit. So we're going to go into down here, the blend mode. I'm just going to remove it a little bit more. Just make it nice and faint. I don't want it to be a prominent thing, just so it's there. Yeah, that's better. Sweet. And that's going to be it. So now we have this whole project here. Everything's good, ready to go. Now I need titles. So we're going to jump out of LumaFusion, flick that away, and we're going to go into GoDaddy Studio. And what I'm going to do is use the same template as what I use for all of my beginning and end videos. So here's this. I'm going to duplicate this and just change the writing in it. So now it's duplicated this. I can now go in here and edit this. So this is for FMC. And I'm going to double click and we can change the writing in this. So we'll keep Ridiculosity Records. We'll change this to utensils, U-10 cells. We need a capital in there. And this is called Impending Doom. It would help if I spelt it right. Doom. Done. Now you'll notice everything's a bit off kilter because I've got multiple images. I've got duplicates of this. Why do I do duplicates? Because it's on a transparent background, and that's it by itself. See, it's got no balls. So if I hold down on this frame and hit duplicate, and then hold down on the next one and hit duplicate, you'll see it makes it a lot darker just by adding 3 versions of it. So there we go. There's our title, which will pop up at the start. We can now save this as a PNG, which I'm going to save to my Documents app. And there it is, ready to import. Good stuff. So we'll go back now to GoDaddy Studio and go back. Now I'm going to find the end screen. So this is my end screen for FMC. And I'm going to duplicate this. As soon as it duplicates, there we go. And I'm just going to change out the logo. And so we need a utensils logo for this. So what I'm going to do is find one of my previous projects. Here we go. There's Kindercore. I need utensils. There's got to be a utensils project in here somewhere. There's Murdering Time by Pete Johns. Why can't I find my utensils project? Typical. It's probably these two that aren't showing, I'll bet. Ha! I'll bet. It probably won't be. Let's see if once they load. Maybe, yes, no, yes, maybe. Yeah, there you go. There's the utensils album cover. So I'm going to go in here, grab this logo, copy this logo, copy, get out of this project. This is what's cool about GoDaddy Studio. Whatever you make, you can just go in and grab from another project. Now jump back into this new one, remove this FMC, and you can see again I've got multiple instances of it just to make it dark. And now I can hit paste, and there's my utensils logo. So I can add that, center that. It looks kind of center enough, I think, maybe a little bit that way. And now I can duplicate these, duplicate. And there we go. So there's our utensils logo. What I'm going to do with one of them though, the top one, is I'm going to change the shadow to black. And then I'm going to duplicate that one. And now we've got a mix of black and red. That's kind of not center, is it? Damn, that sucks. Let's remove these. Oh, man. Let's see. Let's line it up here. So we want it about there. And now, here's a nice way to center things without... GoDaddy Studio, it's a subscription, but I've been using it for years. I love it. What's really cool, instead of me moving it with my finger up and down and losing the center of gravity, I can just click on nudge and I can hold down this arrow here. And it's going to move it up for me and keep it centered. It's a bit slow, but it works really good. So let's zoom out, see what it looks like. Probably go a little bit higher. Go back to nudge. Lift it up a bit. Maybe it's a bit too high. We'll nudge it down a little bit. Cool, that'll do. And now I can go in and duplicate these again. We'll make a duplicate. We'll make another duplicate. And now we'll go into this one and change the shadow, which is down here at the bottom. And we'll change this to black. And now we'll duplicate this black one. So it's got a mixture of red and black. And there we go. So there's our logo. We'll leave all the rest of the stuff there. We just need to change the title. So we've got this community colostomy bag. We can remove that. The song's called Impending Doom. And what I'm going to do is just hit the tick up the top, jump out of this, go back down to the album, and use the text that I used from the actual EP. So we'll copy this, jump back out, head back up to the top, and we'll remove this, delete, and we'll paste in this Impending Doom logo. We'll make it a bit larger. So we'll go to size down the bottom here. We can make it a bit bigger. And now once again, we can just duplicate. And that should look okay. So now all we need to do is add the album cover and replace this here. So let's find the album cover. It should be in my photos somewhere. I don't know where. We'll find it. Impending Doom. That looked like it was it. I'm guessing it's this one here. And now we can replace. So this will be the final screen of the video. So there we go. We can just center this over the top and hit size. There we go. There's our final screen. And we can go in here and remove what do we need to? We can remove this filthy maggoty cunt logo. We can remove this album. And that is our final screen. It's on a transparent background, nice and easy. All the links, we can probably, yeah, that'll do, I reckon. That'll do. And we can export that now as a PNG. Save that to my Documents app as well. Shit happens, you know, Gary Hubs. It's because Pete's going on at 7 today because of the fucking boring Apple event. But anyway, so there's our 2 images. So straight away, I want to import this now into my LumaFusion project. So how do we do it? I'm in the Documents app at the moment, so I can go up here to these 3 little dots and hit Share, and it should give me an option to import straight into LumaFusion. And there it is. Here's the final image. I can just drag this now into the timeline. And we can make this fit. So we can alter this a little bit. We can pinch it. So there we go. There's our final screen. And we'll make this go for, what do we want? We'll make it go for about 10 seconds. So you get a nice little bit of advertising at the end to let you know, go and download this album. And we can move it right at the end of the timeline. Then what are we going to do next? We're going to add we're going to hit up the top here to the folder, right up in the top corner. And we're going to add the transitions. We're going to do a dip. So here's our dip transition. Drag this in, one at the end and one at the beginning so it fades in. So it should look like this. Let's see if it works. Cool bananas. And that fades out. Lovely jubbly. That's our end screen. I just want to double click on it and make sure. All good. We're ready to go. So that's that. Now what we need to do is go and add our title at the beginning. So I need to head over now back to Documents app. And we need to find that title that I made, which is here. Once again, head over to Share. Click on Share. And we want to share this to LumaFusion. There it is, ready for us to grab it and drop it in right up the top here. And now we just need to fit this in. So we double click on it and I can pinch this now and drop this down in the corner as our intro, like our MTV clip kind of thing. Can probably make that a little bit bigger. All right, so we'll move this down a little bit. So it goes for 6 seconds currently. I'm going to stretch that out a little bit to about 6:20. We'll drag this all the way out here, and I need to put a fade in for this whole video clip, so it just doesn't start like this. Yeah. So once again, head over the top, head to Transitions, and choose Dip, and we're going to add a dip to this. We're going to add a dip to this. And why is that showing up? Why do I have that thing going on? That shouldn't even be showing, should it? Here we go. Sweet. I don't even know why I have this clip in here. Why is that in there? I think I can delete that. I think I can delete that. That's a satellite weather shot, and yeah, that was when I first started this. So let's delete that. So we've got a little fade in, and let's make sure we can take this clock out of here. I'm just going to move this clock out. Sweet. So there you go. This is the beginning of the clip. And I'm just going to go in and make this writing a little bit bigger. It's a bit small now. So let's add some size to this. And move it into about there. And then I'm going to add a dip to that one as well. So it should start like this. Still getting that clock. I know why that is. Let's remove this dip from here. And what I'm going to do is just drag this clock back. Oh, shit. I'm just going to drag this clock. Oh, man, why does it do that? Why are you doing that to me? Let's see what's going on. Oh, that is weird. I just want to move. There we go. Why is it selecting all of it? I don't know why that's selecting all of it. Let's make sure everything's unlocked. There we go. So now, that is so odd. I think it's because I've got the fade in. Let's head back here. So I need to actually bring this back to about here. We'll try that again. There we go. That's better. Okie doke. So I need to add a dip to the text because we want that text to disappear right like that. Hey, Andy Goldsby. What's going on? Terrible timing tonight. I know, my show's early tonight. So there we go. That is the beginning of the video. So it looks like we've got everything set now. We'll just watch it one more time in full screen to make sure everything's okay. Sweet. So that's everything. Now, what am I going to do now? Because we've only got about 15 minutes left, so I'm going to have to be as quick as possible. So now I'm going to export this whole video, right? But what I'm going to do is there's going to be no sound on this because I need to go in now and alter this video, and I want to keep the sound at a high quality. So I'm going to go down the bottom here and select the export button. We're going to go into movie and hit, where are we going to send this to? We'll send this to photos. That'll do. And we're going to select 1080p and go to sound. And what do we want to do? We're not going to do ultra. We're just going to do shall we do extreme quality? That'll be fine. So extreme quality, but I don't want to do audio. So we're going to select video only. Yeah. And then I'm going to head up the top here and hit this button and let it export. Let it do its magic. Shouldn't be too long. And do I have any elevator music to play? Why don't we play some cartoon sound effects? That's enough of that. All right. So what I'm going to do next is open this up in another app, and I'm going to add this kind of grainy effect to it. Then I'm going to import it back into a LumaFusion project and then mix it down with the sound, and we're done. We're actually done. Finally, this video clip is finito, and I will be releasing it today. What else can I talk about while this is happening? Hello, Dave Fox. Good to see you. So what else are we doing today? After this show, directly after, in about 14 minutes' time, Pete Johns has got his show on Studio Live today, talking about the Apple event. Then he's doing a show on his Mac. He's starting to work on his first episode of recording a cover version of a song using Mac GarageBand. Then after that, if you're still around after that, I'm going to be doing an hour-long special, the second episode of the Desir album recording, and I'm going to be laying some more vocals on the Desir album. So every couple of days, I'm going to be doing the Desir thing. All right, so that's done. Let's jump out of this. Oh, what I'm going to do first is jump out of the project. Now I'm going to make a copy of this. So this thing here, I'm going to make a copy of it. Go down here to duplicate. Is this duplicate? That's duplicate. So this is now Impending Doom 3, and we're going to go and work on this next. And what am I going to do? Going to jump in here, hit select. Yeah. And then we're going to grab all of this, all the video footage here, and delete it. And hit delete. And just leave the audio. You'll see why I'm doing that very shortly. So let's jump out of this. The app I'm going to jump into now is in video effects. It is called Videon. It is no longer available in the UK or Australia. It is only available in the US. And we are going to hit import over here. So we're going to hit the plus button. Maybe. Are you going to let me import something? I don't know. Oh, there we go. So we're gonna import a video. Gonna hit plus. Here's our camera roll. Here's the video that we've got. I think this is it. Where are we? Camera roll. All right, we'll try this again. Hit plus. Man, it's taking its time. What's going on? Damn. Why is this taking so damn fucking long? Here we go. So here's our video. I think this is it. If we hit import, it hasn't got sound. Sweet. Good stuff. Excellent. So I'm going to import this video. Hit the tick. It's imported the video for me. And now I'm going to click on it again, and we're going to do these effects. So first I'm going to go into adjust. Is there anything I need in here? No, I don't need anything in here. I'm going to go into effects, and I'm going to add some dust. So we'll hit play, and we're going to add some dust to this. So you'll see all this speckling and dust appear on it to make it kind of really oldish looking. We're going to give that about 80 and hit the tick. Then we're going to add some film grain, and only about 10 for this. So just a little bit of grain, and hit the tick button. Then we're going to add some flicker. And this is just going to make it, see how it's flickering and kind of a little bit kind of off-putting, and just like the film's a bit dirty. So we're going to leave that at 30% and hit the tick button. I don't think I need anything else out of this selection of effects. Then we're going to go into colors, and I'm going to choose film. And you'll just see it's just giving it a bit of contrast. So it's not too much, but it's just a little bit of contrast. And that's all I'm going to do. Now that I've added these effects to it, I'm going to hit this little button up the top and apply effects. And it's going to render the video and add those little subtle effects in, so the film grain, and just to dirty up the film and make it look grotty, because this is about what's going on in the world, like all the, storms and all the global warming and all the shit that we're doing to the planet, all the shit that we're doing to ourselves. Because clearly we don't give a shit about each other at the moment as a species, let alone the ground that we walk on. So that's what this song is about, and the impending doom that is coming from our stupidity, because education's become a bad thing in this world. Don't be educated, you're evil. Don't have knowledge, you're evil. You're the devil. You're going to hell for knowing things. So yeah, we'll render this video, and then I'll import it back into LumaFusion and then save it out, and it all should be beautiful. So what are we doing for the rest of this week while this is rendering? I think tomorrow I'm doing an update on the Neon app from 4Pockets, because it's had a huge update. Well, there's a new update that's coming out in the next few days, which is sick. It's really sick. So we'll look at that probably tomorrow. And then I'm actually starting a new video clip for FMC this week as well. And at the end of the week, we have an interview with Joe and Barry Glenn. So that's going to be awesome. We're going to talk about the sheep dip and the nudist colony that they work at. Thanks, Peppy. I'm only joking. It's Joe and Barry. So that's going to be really cool. We've got Joe and Barry Glenn coming on the show this week. All right, our video is rendered. Now that it's rendered here, I need to go export this and save. And now that's saved it to my photos. And now I can jump back into LumaFusion. Where are you, LumaFusion? Open this project here, and now we can go up the top to our photos. And that video should be waiting for me. Is that it? Is it there? I think, yeah, this is it. Is that it? Impending Doom. I don't know if this is it. Let's have a play, see if it's it. Yeah, there we go. So see all the specklings added. So now I can drag this into the timeline. And hopefully this is all going to match up. Let's see. Please match up. Sweet. The last thing I'm going to do is let's zoom into one of these images. So this fire. I'm going to double click on this and let's go down to the contrast. So we've gone to color and effects. I'm just going to add a contrast to it to give it just a little bit of vibrance back because it's lost a bit by adding all that darkness. Let's see how this looks here. We can probably add a little bit more contrast. Let's see, bit of brightness, bit more contrast, bit of brightness. Let's see what that looks like. That's better. So we'll just check the end. Make sure everything's good here at the end. The way it ends. I love that speckling stuff. It looks great. The Impending Doom's a bit off-center, but who cares? I don't give a shit. Who's perfect? I'm not perfect. I'm just glad to have this done. There's no spelling mistakes at the start there. Alrighty, now I can just export this. And we'll go into photos, export 1080p. We want to add sound. We want to make sure sound is there this time. We've got it set to extreme. Let's send it off. Everything's done. This is exporting. Happy days. And I will be uploading this to YouTube a little bit later. So probably after this show. And maybe what I'll do is I'll set a premiere for it directly after Pete Johns' show today. His next show. Hopefully it's going to go for an hour. I can change the premiere maybe as we go in case he goes over. But there's not much to talk about for the Apple event anyway. But good stuff. Good stuff. So that's it. It's all exported. It's all done. We've finished another video clip. Too easy. Too easy. Nice and simple today just to get everything happening and lined up. And yeah, it looks all right. It's not amazing. It'll do. Let's hope the next FMC one's a little bit more cool. So there's Pete's show, which is due up next. And I think all that's left to do is to jump over and watch the clip. And I will see you a little bit later if you want to join me after Pete's second show today. Whoops. If you want to join me after Pete's second show today, where he's doing a cover on his Mac, you can join me for the Desir episode. I'll put that up very soon, and I'll try and get this premiere up for after Pete's next show up next. Well, without further ado, let's go out and play the actual video, and I'll see you soon. Oh, look, it doesn't fit. Hang on. Does it fit there? This is fucking hell. Let's watch it in LumaFusion. It's just the way I have shit set up, so we'll watch it in here. Let's just do it. I'll see you on the next one. Have a good one, everybody. Adios, amigos. Hit play. Play. Play, dude. Play. Oh, man. I can't win. Close LumaFusion. It's not playing. Nothing's playing. What's going on? LumaFusion, open up. All right. Try it one more time. Play. There we go. See you later. Bye.